Hey guys, it's me Gloria and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to create a Father's Day card. Now I was looking through the design space and I saw this card that I wanted to create it, but then I realized, hello, I did not own it. So I decided to create it myself and share with you how to do it. So the first thing is to make things go a little bit faster. I'm having problems with my font, so it takes a while. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on the font right away. So I hope everyone's having an awesome day. So now I want to create whirls, apostrophe S, and then I want to come over here on the edit panel and I want to change the font. Okay, and then I'm going to go to Don Juan, and it's going to create my font. Then what I want to do with this font right here to make sure that I won't forget, I want to ungroup it. And I want to weld after I ungroup it. I want to weld the apostrophe to the S. And that looks alright right there. And then I'm going to press over here, weld. Okay, so that's the first thing I did. Then I'm going to go back to the text and I'm going to put write out greatest. And then I'm going to just squeeze this one up. So in order for me to do that, I want to unlock it and then squeeze it. Okay, and then one more text, Father. Okay, so there goes my sentiments. Okay, so now each one of these, I wanted to attach them to a square because like I'm creating my own card base, I need it to fit on a 4 by 25 inch square card. Okay, so I'm sizing all of these to be 4.25, and that don't look good. Oh, I did it again. Cancel. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to click all of this and I'm going to group it. And that's one. And I want this to be 4.25 also. So the width, I'm going to unlock my ratio. I'm going to come over here and put 4.25. And these are not going to be the same sizes at the end of the card because once I create the card, then I'm going to size it to the real size that I need, which is going to be a 4, maybe a little bit less than 4 by 5.5. So I got that, and then I'm going to do the same to this one. 4.25. Okay, so then now I'm going to take a shaped card and I'm going to make this card. I'm going to unlock it and I'm going to create this with 4.25. And I'm not sure how long I need it because I need the card base with the words to be so the height is 311. So then I'm just going to stretch it out and then make sure that this is 5 and then group it all together and it's 5.35. Okay, and then I need to make this a little bit bigger. So 75, 4.75 let's say. And then if I click all of these together, it should bring me to close to 550, which that's perfect. And then over here, I want it to be 4.25. Okay, so that works perfect. So now I'm going to duplicate this card base again because I need to do it with the other words. And I'm going to make this the world supposed to be 4.75 by under 1 inch. I want it 3/4 of an inch. You can make it a whole inch. You know, let me do a whole inch. No, I think I'll leave it at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and then that's going to go right there. Then I'm going to click on this one, and it's 4.25 wide, 0.71, but I want it to be 75, so there it goes. And now I'm going to adhere this card or pass it over here, and I'm going to bring this to the front. And let me bring you guys in so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so now, as you can see, this cut is a little bit too big. So I want to just make it a tad bit smaller, and it's still at 0.75. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. That looks good right there. And then I'm going to bring this down because I need to size it to the size of the card base. And then this one looks perfect. Then I'm going to duplicate the same layer again instead of getting another shape. And I'm going to bring it down here. And I'm going to do the same with the father. And I'm going to arrange it to the front. Okay. So now that seems like that is too big. So I'm going to go over here to the edit panel. It's 4 1/4. So I want to unlock this because I need it to be a little bit more down. And the height needs to be 0.75. .415 wide. Okay. And then that one. I think I'm going to bring this one in just a tad bit. 415 wide, 415 wide. And then that's going to be 405 wide because it got more letters in it. Okay, so now I'm going to attach these words so then when I go to cut them, they don't look horrible. Okay? So now I want to make sure that it looks all good, and I'm going to go back to the edit panel because I haven't figured out the last layer yet on the sizing. Okay, and I think that looks mighty good. And I think the spacing on this is not that bad, but then let me bring this up just a tad bit. And you just want to layer it on top, making sure, so then you take both of the layers, take the whole card base and see what's the size. Okay, so that looks pretty good, but I think I'm going to bring down the card for a 12. I wanted to cut on a 12 by 12. So I think I'm going to make this card 4.75 wide or 3.75 wide. No, I could bring it up higher. Let me do 90. See. Okay. And then this is going to be 5.5. Okay, so then I'm going to take these and I'm going to line them up, and that's the size that I need. Okay, so before I end up doing that, I want to make sure this is going to work. So I got 1 card base there and 2 card base there. And then what I'm going to do is weld all of those together. Okay, so now I'm going to take my world and I'm going to join all of these together and then align it to the top. To the bottom. Let me bring this to the front. Okay. I want to align this and this one. And I want it to line to the top. And then centered horizontal. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring down the position. Oh, no. No. Undo. Undo. Okay. I'm going to use my arrow. And I'm going to move it to... I'm just going to bring it down up a little bit more. And that looks pretty good. For some reason, this world looks different. Let me do the text again. Okay, for a second I can't spell worlds. Okay, then I'm gonna ungroup it because I want to bring the apostrophe over to the S to attach it so I don't have that small piece just hanging loose, and welding it. Then I want this to be, the height is 4.75, and I'm going to unlock it, and I want this to be 3.95, no, 3.90. Okay. That don't look right either. Okay. Oh, forgot. I got to join these back because if you don't, as you can see, everything get loose. And then I want to click on this and press attach. Okay. So this is going to go right over here. Where it is going to be the size 5.5. Okay, so now that we got that, okay, so now I want to go to the layers panel, and with that being said, between these two right here, I want to weld them together. So my word has to be attached, no, weld together. But before I weld, oh, I gotta go back. I have to duplicate all of my words. And my layers here, because I'm going to do 2 different layers. Oh, yes, 2 different layers after this. Because with every card you need layers, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to, you know, I think I forgot something. Yep, I forgot something. Okay, so let me go and put this right here. And then I'm going to put the greatest. And that looks good there. The words and the that I just copied, don't worry about those. Don't copy it yet. Okay, I want to make this father's a little bit smaller. .75, and then that looks good. So then now I'm going to take all of these and I want to see the size of it. So the size is 11.5, which is perfect, 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 guys. This is the size that we want. Okay, so now that I got all of that done, and that one's overlapping too much. Now is the time to duplicate the whole entire thing, guys. Okay, let me put this by 50. Okay. So now I'm just going to take this right here, go to my layers panel, click duplicate, because I need the words to layer and the layers to make the squares to make my layers. Okay, so now, since that being said, I'm going to take this square and this word and I'm going to weld them together. Then I'm going to take this word and I'm going to flip it, because this is a 3-fold card. So you want to go to your edit panel and you want to flip it the other way, because this is 1 fold. Then you're going to fold this one over, so you want the greetings to be right. And then you're going to click on the square and the sentiment and you're going to weld. And that weld together. And then we're going to do the same with the fathers. You're going to position this perfect. A little bit more up though. Oh, come on. Okay. Then the father, and then we're going to press weld. And then now I'm going to take this and I'm going to make sure and line all of these up, align to the bottom so they're all even. Okay, guys? You have to remember, you have to even out all of your shapes. Then as you got that right there, then you want to come over here to the weld and weld your cuts together. As you can see, all of it is all together. You see? All together. Yay! You see, that's the first step of our card now, guys. This takes a little time. It's a little time consuming, but in the long run, guys, you're going to see how gorgeous this card is going to be. Okay, so now I want to insert an image and I want to use 2 score lines. Okay, so I have a score line right here. And with this, it's kind of tricky because you need to bring this forward as close as you can and line up this score line to the corner to the edge of your paper, so you have a score line to fold it. So then you want to click that and then click this one and press attach, and that will attach your score lines. Then we're gonna come out again because I need to see my score line, my other one that I bring in, and then it must be over here somewhere. Okay, well, I guess I'll just bring in another score line. Okay, and it's right here. Then I take this score line and I do the same. And I want to bring it right over here. And whenever you have trouble seeing, this is why you have the magnifying glass. You could bring it in as close as you want to make sure that your cut is going to be perfect, and that looks perfect. So then now I'm going to take that and I'm going to press my shift and I'm going to join them together, and then I'm going to attach, and that is going to create my score lines on my card. So now I'm going to bring us back out again. I think I should have erased those other words. Okay, I don't need these small ones because I'm going to create my own layers. Okay, now since you saw that I have flipped the greatest on the card base, you don't have to flip the words over here, guys. So now I'm going to arrange that to the front. Then I'm going to flip it to make sure it fits right on top. Yep, it is. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it back. When you're cutting just the words out by itself, you don't need to flip it, guys. Okay, so now we're almost done with this. So now we're going to make layers. Okay, so here goes the box that I ended up getting, and I'm just going to bring you guys in a little bit more so you can actually see the product. I'll say, okay, so the colors that I'm going to use here are like a little bit darker, something like that. And then that looks like a good size. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this one. And I'm going to bring this cut over here because I want it to be the same size. But I have to, as you can see, it's much longer. But I want it to have the same width of the card. So now I'm going to bring it up a little bit to where I know that I like the space between. And that looks good right there. And then I'm going to come right back to the layers panel and click on duplicate. And I'm going to do the same with the last one. So I'm going to position it where I want it to go. Then I'm going to unclick this, and then I'm going to bring it up. And I want it to be 368, 367, 368, 368. Okay, let me bring this up one notch. Okay, and then you do the same for the next layer. Okay, so then you go back to layers panel, you duplicate, then you just size it up the size that you need, guys. So let's do 350. Undo this, and let's take some height off of it. And 350 is a little bit too much, but I like the way the size is. So now just going to go down on the, okay, and just duplicate that one because you want it to be the same size. And then you just change the width or the height, and change the height of it to where you feel comfortable. And then you do the same to the last one. And right now we're going to go to my desk and show you how to put this gorgeous card together, guys. So don't forget to try this, okay? You could try this with any font, any type of thing. So guys, I'll talk to you in 1 second. I'll be right back. Here is the outlook of it. Well, I didn't even finish doing this one. Let me do this one at least, so you guys catch the idea. You see how it's gonna end up looking, guys? Okay, let's go to the desk. My craft table. Okay, guys, so now I'm here at my desk and my craft room table, and now we're gonna show you how all of this cut out, guys. So here goes everything that I end up cutting out. So I got the word. First off, I end up using this paper pack from the DCWV called Natural Stack. This paper pack is amazing. It is so good. It's very useful to do manly cards. This is the paper pattern that I end up using. And then I also use this brown cardstock and then this basil paper cardstock, Ice Cocoa. Okay, guys? So, let me show you the cut. So, here goes all my cuts. Okay? So, I got the word father spelled out, greatest, and world. So here goes my cut. Okay, as you can see, it cuts out like this, and then with the score lines, you fold it one way, and then it goes like this, then you fold it the other way, and then there goes your greeting card. And then here goes all of the side pieces, all of the layers for you to add into your cardstock. And then, you know, I also wanted a sentiment in the inside. So what I ended up doing was I matched this up to the inside of the cardstock where it's supposed to be laying at, give or take. And then I cut another piece of paper and I made it the size smaller so then you guys don't see it in the front or in the back. And it's going to go just like this and you won't see it at all. So let me put this all together and I'll show you how this Father's Day card looks. I thought this was so cute. And you know, that file that I seen and stuff like that, I'm like, my God, I want to make that. But I didn't own the file, so I decided to make my own. So there you go, guys. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I end up cutting out these two little strips and I'm going to adhere them down, one down here on the bottom and one on the top. Okay, so I'm gonna get my quick dry. And I'm going to, wrong way. Then I'm just going to lay it down here on the bottom. And did a little boo-boo, but that's all right. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same for the other top layer. So guys, don't be discouraged when you see a project and you don't own it and you're like, hold on a second, I could create that my own. Definitely try it. It don't hurt to try. So now I'm just going to take my ATG and I'm going to run all of this. So I definitely made my card a little bit smaller than 12 inches wide. And because you only have 12 by 12 paper, I mean, you can definitely buy bigger size paper, but it costs a lot, you know, a little bit of money. I haven't got a big 12 by 12 or 12 by 24 inch papers, so it didn't make sense for me to make it bigger than 12 by 12. So then I made it 11.75. Okay, so now I'm just going to add this one. Lining it up. Okay, and then the last one. The last one is going to have the sentiment inside. Okay, and then this one is the sentiment. And I rounded off the edges with a quarter rounder to kind of give it a little detail, as you can see right here. Let me kind of get rid of that glue. And I'm going to add my layer on the base of the pattern paper, but making sure that it's in the middle. And I need to make sure. And that looks good right there. Okay, so there goes that. So now I'm just going to take all my layers and I could have rounded them. I could, but I didn't. But if you guys want to round off the edges, you can, to kind of give it a little bit more detail. I just did the sentiment and that was it. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of add my first one in. And it looks good right there. Oh my God, those colors are gorgeous. Then I'm going to insert the second pattern. And that one's going to go right here. And then the next one's going to go on the bottom. And I'm going to add it this way. And that's going to look just like that. And there goes the card, how it's supposed to look, guys. So now let's start gluing in the words. Now let me get my tweezers. Okay, so now let's spell out father. F-A-T-H-E-R. H-E-R. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to add some quick dry. Then I'm just gonna, and this is why I always say constantly, duplicate your images, whether you're thinking you're gonna use it or not, because maybe later on as you put in your project together, you're like, oh, you know, it kind of looks better. Let me go back and put up another thing. And if you don't duplicate it after you weld, guys, you are left out, and it will not be the same size. It will be hard to get it to be the same size. So I got the E. The H. Now what I'm going to do, I'm only going to glue in father. And what I did was I cut out glitter paper out of the words for whirls and father. And then I used the kind of gold metallic paper for the greatest. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, after I'm finished gluing down the father, I'll be back with the finished card after I finish putting in all the other letters, because you don't need to see me do that. That looks so cool. Okay, so guys, I'll be back, okay? Okay guys, well, here goes all the lettering put on, and here goes the complete card, World's Greatest Father. And when you open it up, it says, Dad, I think you're amazing. Happy Father's Day. And I thought it came out so stinking cute. And this is size a little bit less than 4 inches wide by 5.5, guys. Okay, so this fits in an A2 size card. Do I have a... Yes, I do. These are clear envelopes that go for cards, and this fits in there perfectly. Look at how gorgeous this is, guys. The papers and the cut came out wonderful. So there goes my card. I really hope you like my tutorial, guys. I might have made a couple of mistakes along the way, or took a little bit long time, but that's what it does when you create, guys. You make mistakes as you go along the way. So there goes my card, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye now. World's Greatest Father. Then you could do something else right here, and then you have open it up and then do something else right there. But I'm going to leave mine empty right here. So what I should actually do is I can just put a little bit of glue right here on the edge, because I'm not going to do nothing in the inside. You can do this or you don't have to. And then glue it down, and then there's only one card. So you can do it the 3-way. 1, 2, 3. Or you can just glue this part and lay it down. And there goes your card. And there's a regular card, but it has World's Greatest Father. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.